Welcome to Stairway to English. Have you ever felt like you're living the same day again and again, like a robot? Today, we explore how modern life and technology quietly change the way we think, feel, and live. If this message speaks to you, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Episode 1: The Silent Routine. When life becomes automatic. Do you ever wake up and feel like your day has already been decided for you? You open your eyes, check your phone, scroll through messages, maybe look at social media, and before you even stand up, your mind is already full. Then you go through the same actions, again and again. You eat, you work, you sit, you look at screens, and you repeat. At some point, a strange feeling appears. You start to wonder, am I living or am I just following a program? Modern life has made many things easier. Technology saves time, connects people, and gives us access to information instantly. But at the same time, it has quietly changed how we live our days. Many actions that once required thinking are now automatic. We don't need to remember phone numbers. We don't need to ask for directions. We don't even need to think about what to watch, what to eat, or what to do next. Everything is suggested, recommended, and decided for us. This creates a life that feels efficient, but also repetitive. When every day looks the same, the brain stops paying attention. You move from one task to another without awareness. You eat without tasting. You walk without noticing your surroundings. You talk without really listening. Slowly, your life becomes a series of automatic actions, like a machine following instructions. The human mind needs variety, curiosity, and challenge. It needs moments of silence and moments of reflection, but modern routines often remove these moments. Instead of thinking deeply, we scroll. Instead of feeling, we distract ourselves. Instead of asking questions, we accept what is given to us. This is where the feeling of being robot-like begins. Another important part of this problem is time. People today are always busy. They feel pressure to be productive every hour. Rest feels like a waste of time. Silence feels uncomfortable. So they fill every empty moment with something, usually their phone. But when the mind never rests, it becomes tired, and a tired mind does not feel alive. It only continues moving, like a machine that never stops. Technology is not the enemy, it is a tool, but the way we use it can shape our lives deeply. When we depend too much on devices, we lose connection with our natural rhythm. We forget how to sit quietly, how to think slowly, and how to enjoy simple moments. Life becomes fast, but empty, full of activity, but lacking meaning. You may notice this when you try to do nothing for a few minutes. It feels uncomfortable. You want to check something, watch something, or do something. This shows how dependent we have become on constant stimulation. A robot needs instructions to move, and in some ways, we have started to behave the same way. We wait for notifications, updates, and digital signals to tell us what to do next. But deep inside, there is still a human part of you that wants something more. It wants to feel present. It wants to experience life, not just pass through it. This part of you asks questions like, why am I doing this? What do I really want? What makes me feel alive? These questions are important. They are the beginning of waking up from automatic living. To break this cycle, you don't need to change everything at once. You can start small. You can begin by noticing your actions. When you eat, focus on the taste. When you walk, look around. When you speak, listen carefully. These small moments bring you back to reality. They remind you that you are not a machine. You are a human being with awareness, choice, and feeling. Life does not have to be automatic. It can be conscious, meaningful, and real. But first, you must see the routine clearly. You must notice the pattern. Only then can you begin to change it. And maybe, just maybe, you will start to feel human again. Episode 2: The Digital Cage: How Screens Control Our Mind. Look around you for a moment. Almost everyone is looking at a screen. Phones, tablets, computers, televisions. These devices are always with us. They are in our hands when we wake up, and often the last thing we see before we sleep. Technology has become a natural part of our lives. But there is an important question we must ask. Are we using technology, or is technology using us? Screens are designed to capture your attention. Every notification, every message, every video is created to keep you engaged. You open your phone for 1 minute, but suddenly 30 minutes are gone. You don't even remember what you watched or why you opened the app. This is not an accident. It is a system. Technology is built to hold your focus as long as possible. When your attention is controlled, your mind slowly changes. You begin to lose your ability to focus deeply. Long thoughts become difficult. Reading a book feels hard. Even watching a long video without checking your phone becomes a challenge. Your brain becomes used to short, fast, and constant information. Like a machine, it reacts quickly, but does not think deeply. This is where the digital cage begins. It is not a physical cage. You can walk anywhere you want. But your mind stays inside a system of endless scrolling and constant distraction. You feel free, but your attention is always being pulled in different directions. And without attention, you lose control of your own thinking. Another effect of constant screen use is emotional disconnection. When you spend too much time in digital spaces, your real emotions become weaker. You see many images, videos, and stories, but you don't feel them deeply. You react quickly, maybe you like, comment, or scroll, but there is no real connection. Over time, your emotional world becomes shallow. Real life is slower and deeper. Conversations take time. Feelings need space. But digital life is fast and short. Everything happens quickly and then it disappears. This creates a strange situation where you are always busy, but rarely satisfied. You consume a lot, but you feel empty. You may also notice how your mood changes with your screen use. After long hours on your phone, you may feel tired, restless, or even anxious. This happens because your brain is overloaded with information. It does not have time to rest or process what it sees. Like a machine working non-stop, your mind becomes exhausted. There is also the problem of comparison. Social media shows you perfect moments from other people's lives. You see success, beauty, happiness, and excitement, but you do not see the full story. When you compare your real life to someone else's highlights, you may feel that your own life is not enough. This creates stress and dissatisfaction, even if your life is actually good. The digital world also reduces real human interaction. Instead of meeting people, we send messages. Instead of talking, we type. Instead of listening, we read quickly. This changes how we connect with others. Real conversations become less frequent, and when they happen, they may feel uncomfortable or difficult. But again, technology itself is not the problem. The problem is the way we use it. Screens can help us learn, connect, and grow. But without awareness, they can also trap us in patterns that feel automatic and empty. So, how do we break this digital cage? The first step is awareness. Notice how often you check your phone. Notice how long you stay on apps. Notice how you feel before and after using your device. This simple awareness gives you power. The second step is creating small limits. You don't need to stop using technology completely, but you can choose moments without screens. For example, don't check your phone for the first 10 minutes after waking up, or take a short walk without any device. These small breaks help your mind reset. The third step is choosing quality over quantity. Instead of consuming random content, choose something meaningful. Read something useful. Watch something that teaches you. Listen to something that makes you think. This changes your relationship with technology. You are not a machine. Your mind is not designed for constant stimulation. It needs silence, focus, and real connection. When you take back control of your attention, you take back control of your life. And slowly, the cage begins to open. Episode 3. Losing the Human Touch. Emotional Numbness in a Fast World. In the modern world, everything moves fast. Messages arrive instantly. Videos play without waiting. Answers come in seconds. At first, this feels like a gift. Life becomes easier, faster, and more connected. But behind this speed, something important begins to fade. Slowly, quietly, many people start to lose their emotional depth. They feel less, react less, and connect less. This is what we can call emotional numbness. Emotional numbness does not mean you feel nothing at all. It means your feelings become weaker, less clear, and less alive. You may smile, but not deeply. You may feel sad, but only for a short moment. You move from one emotion to another quickly without really understanding what you feel. Life becomes like a fast-moving screen where everything appears and disappears before you can truly experience it. One reason for this is constant stimulation. Your brain receives too much information every day. News, videos, messages, images, they never stop. At first, your brain reacts strongly, but after some time, it becomes tired. To protect itself, it reduces emotional response. This is a natural reaction. Just like your ears become less sensitive to loud noise after some time, your emotions become less sensitive to constant input. Another reason is the lack of real connection. Human emotions grow through real experiences, face-to-face conversations, shared moments, eye contact, silence, and physical presence. But today, many interactions happen through screens. You send a message instead of speaking. You react with an emoji instead of showing real emotion. These digital interactions are fast, but they are not deep. They do not give your emotions enough space to grow. You may notice this in your daily life. When something good happens, you quickly share it online instead of fully enjoying the moment. When something bad happens, you distract yourself with videos or scrolling instead of sitting with your feelings. Over time, you lose the ability to stay with an emotion. You escape it instead of understanding it. This creates a strange situation. You are always connected, but you feel alone. You see many people, but you don't feel close to them. You communicate often, but your conversations feel empty. This is not because you are weak. It is because your emotional system is overloaded and tired. Emotional numbness also affects motivation. When you don't feel deeply, you don't care deeply. Goals lose their meaning, dreams feel distant, even things you once loved may feel boring. You may ask yourself, why don't I feel excited anymore? Why don't I care like before? These are important questions. They show that something inside you is asking for attention. The truth is, humans are not designed to live like machines. We are designed to feel, to connect, to experience life slowly and deeply. When we lose this, we start to feel like robots, moving, working, reacting, but not truly living. So, how can we reconnect with our emotions? The first step is slowing down. You don't need to change your whole life. Start with small moments. Sit quietly for a few minutes. Don't use your phone. Just breathe and notice your thoughts. At first, it may feel uncomfortable, but slowly your mind will calm down and your emotions will become clearer. The second step is allowing yourself to feel. When you are sad, don't run away. When you are happy, don't rush to the next thing. Stay with the feeling. Try to understand it. Ask yourself, why do I feel this? What does this mean for me? This builds emotional awareness. The third step is real connection. Spend time with people without distractions. Talk, listen, share, and be present. Even one honest conversation can bring back a sense of connection that no screen can replace. You can also reconnect with simple experiences. Walk in nature. Listen to music without doing anything else. Write your thoughts in a notebook. These activities may seem small, but they help your mind slow down and your emotions return. Emotions are not a weakness. They are a guide. They show you what matters, what hurts, and what brings joy. When you lose connection with your emotions, you lose connection with yourself. But the good news is this: emotional depth can return. Your mind can recover. Your feelings can become stronger again. You just need to give yourself time, space, and attention. You are not a robot. You are human, and your ability to feel deeply is one of your greatest strengths. Episode 4: Reclaiming Your Humanity. Breaking the Robot Cycle. At some point, a question appears in your mind. Is this really how I want to live? Wake up, check the phone, rush through the day, feel tired, scroll again, sleep, repeat. Days pass, weeks pass, even years pass. Life continues, but something feels missing. You are active, but not alive. You are connected, but not present. This is the moment where change can begin, the moment you decide to break the robot cycle. Breaking the cycle does not mean rejecting technology or leaving modern life completely. That is not realistic. The goal is not to escape the world, but to live in it more consciously. You can still use your phone, your computer, and all modern tools, but instead of being controlled by them, you begin to use them with awareness and intention. The first step to reclaim your humanity is waking up mentally, not just opening your eyes in the morning, but becoming aware of your actions. Ask yourself simple questions during the day. Why am I doing this? Do I really need this? Is this helping me or just distracting me? These questions create a small pause between you and your habits, and in that pause, you find freedom. The second step is taking control of your time. Right now, many people give their time away without thinking. Hours go to scrolling, watching, and reacting. But time is your life. When you control your time, you control your direction. Start with small changes. For example, choose 1 hour in your day where you are fully present. No phone, no distractions, just you and your activity. This could be reading, walking, studying, or even sitting quietly. That 1 hour becomes your space, a place where you are not a machine, but a human being. Another powerful step is reconnecting with your body. When you feel like a robot, it is often because you are living only in your mind. You think, you react, you process information, but you don't feel your physical presence. Simple actions can change this. Walk slowly and feel your steps. Take a deep breath and notice your body. Stretch, move, exercise. Your body brings you back to reality. It reminds you that you are here, now, alive. You should also create moments without input. This is very important. Your brain needs silence the same way your body needs rest. If you always listen, watch, or read something, your mind never processes your own thoughts. Try sitting without music, without videos, without any stimulation. At first, it may feel strange or even uncomfortable, but this silence is where your real thoughts begin to appear. This is where you reconnect with yourself. Another important part of becoming human again is making conscious choices. A robot follows instructions. A human makes decisions. Every day, you have small choices: what to eat, what to watch, how to spend your time, how to speak to others. When you start choosing instead of reacting, your life changes. You move from automatic living to intentional living. You can also bring meaning back into your life through small, real experiences. Drink your coffee slowly and enjoy the taste. Watch the sky for a few minutes. Talk to someone without checking your phone. Listen carefully. These moments may seem simple, but they bring depth back into your life. They remind you that life is not all about speed and productivity. It is also about experience and presence. It is also important to accept imperfection. Modern life often pushes people to be fast, perfect, and efficient, like machines. But humans are not perfect. We make mistakes. We feel tired. We change our minds. And that is okay. In fact, that is what makes life real. When you accept your human side, you stop trying to act like a machine. Finally, remember this: you don't need to change everything in one day. Big change comes from small, consistent actions. Every time you choose awareness over distraction, presence over autopilot, and meaning over routine, you take one step away from being a robot and one step closer to being fully human. You are not designed to live on autopilot. You are designed to feel, to think, to choose, and to experience life deeply. Technology, routines, and modern systems may try to shape your behavior, but they cannot take away your awareness unless you give it away. So pause for a moment, take a breath, look around you. This is your life, not a program, not a system, not a script. And you have the power to live it fully.